Hey folks, Patrick Cooper here with another Three Songs Thursday series. Thanks for hanging out here in the real sunny sunroom in New Orleans, Louisiana. Okay, this first song is a George Harrison tune. It came off of his legendary solo LP called All Things Must Pass. And I've actually played the title song before. It was, of course, in a legendary album he released after the Beatles broke up, and he had so many songs he had written that had never made it into the Beatles albums because he was always vying for attention against John and Paul, and that was going to be hard to get his songs in. So he released this album, technically a triple album, although the third LP was actually a jam album. But the other two sides were songs that he either wrote or co-wrote. So amazing stuff. This song is called Run of the Mill and is actually wasn't a big hit, but I always thought it was a highly underrated song. And legend has it the lyrics are kind of a message he's trying to send to Paul when things were kind of falling apart in all of their relationships and friendships. Supposedly to a lesser extent John, but mostly to Paul. The song is called Run of the Mill. Everyone has choice when to and not to raise their voices. It's you that decides which way you will turn, while feeling that our love's not your concern. It's you that decides. No one around you will carry the blame for you. No one around you will love you today and throw it all away tomorrow when you rise. Another day for you to realize me, or send me down again as the days stand up on end. You got me wondering how I lost your friendship, but I see it in your eyes. Though I'm beside you, I can't carry the blame for you. I may decide to get out with your blessing, where I'll carry on guessing how high will you be? Will you make enough for you to reap it? Only you'll arrive at your own great end, with no one but yourself to be offended. Decides. Song called Run of the Mill by George Harrison from the legendary album All Things Must Pass. If you get a chance, revisit that record. It's got some amazing songs on it. Not just the hits like My Sweet Lord, stuff like that. Just really good stuff. All right, this next song is one of mine, about a special woman in my life. The song is called Courtesy of Valerie. Got a thing about pumpkins. In the fall she'll buy them all orange and bright. But once that first frost comes along, she'll paint them up shiny and white. She's got a thing about painting. She's an artist through and through, alright. But she doesn't look to seek or find all of those flashing lights. Well, she'll pick you up and she'll take you in. She'll fill your cup and she'll be your friend. You're gonna find the whole wide world is a better place. That's courtesy of Valerie. Got a thing about movies. Her eyes all keen on setting the scene, and her ears can divine all the best dialogue if it's sharp, crisp, and clean. She's got a thing about friendship. Those in her fold are the lucky ones. You never find anyone better in your corner when it's all said and done. Well, she'll pick you up and she'll take you in. She'll fill your cup and she'll be your friend. You're gonna find the whole wide world is a better place. That's courtesy of Valerie. You never find anyone better in your corner when it's all said and done. Well, she'll pick you up and she'll take you in. She'll fill your cup and she'll be your friend. You're gonna find the whole wide world is a better place. That's courtesy of Valerie. Courtesy of Valerie. Big finish. Courtesy of Valerie. Yeah, one of my songs called Courtesy of Valerie. All right, now it is time for the shirt reveal. There's a lot going on in this shirt. It's from a winery in Lodi, California, called Michael David Winery. And back when I lived in California, Valerie took me to this winery a few times. And it's really cool, and the wine's really good, and the labels are known to be kind of nutty. In fact, this wine in particular is called Freak Show. And the artist then did a great rendition of a kind of circus tent, carnival-like freak show on the bottle. And not only is the label good, the wine is good as well. It's a red wine. So if you find yourself up in that way touring around, the Michael David Winery in Lodi is a really fun, cool place to go. So keep it in mind, all right? I finally got around to getting a t-shirt. I ordered it after I had moved away. I should have bought it at the time. All right, this last song is one that I always loved. When I would hear it on the radio, I always would think, geez, one day I want to cover that song, and I'd never gotten around to it. And I just learned it recently. We'll see how it goes, but one way or the other, I think you'll get the spirit of the song. The song was a huge hit for the great B.J. Thomas, who died actually not too long ago. He was a really great singer, and he also wrote some songs as well. His probably best known songs for hits he did not write. His big hit, of course, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, was from the movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And this was also almost as big a hit for him. The song is called I Just Can't Help Believin'. And it was written by Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil, and they were a husband and wife songwriting team, and are still together and still alive in their 80s, and they wrote an incredible amount of songs together. Kind of like the songwriting team of Carole King and Jerry Goffin. The one interesting thing of a switch is, in this case, Cynthia wrote the lyrics and Barry wrote the music, whereas in the songwriting team of Carole King and Jerry Goffin wrote the lyrics and Carole King wrote the music. Some other songs that Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil wrote, quite noteworthy. On Broadway, of course, an amazing tune. We Gotta Get Out of This Place, that was a hit for Eric Burdon and the Animals. They also wrote some hits for Paul Revere and the Raiders, like Hungry, And Kicks was another hit of Paul Revere and the Raiders that Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil wrote. So they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as songwriters, and also in the Songwriters Hall of Fame, most justly deserved. So anyway, then they wrote this song that was a big hit for B.J. Thomas. Elvis Presley actually even later recorded this tune as well and put it in his live act. But B.J. was the one who broke it first. A song called I Just Can't Help Believing. Well, I just can't help believing when she smiles up soft and gentle with a trace of misty morning and the promise of tomorrow in her eyes. And I just can't help believing when she's lying close beside me and my heart beats with the rhythm of her sigh. This time the girl is gonna stay. This time the girl is gonna stay for more than just a day. And I just can't help believing when she slips her hand in my hand and it feels so small and helpless, like the fingers fold around it like a glove. And I just can't help believing when she's whispering her magic and her tears are shining honey with sweet love. This time the girl is gonna stay. This time the girl is gonna stay for more than just a day. And I just can't help believing when she's lying close beside me and my heart beats with the rhythm of her sigh. This time the girl is gonna stay. This time the girl is gonna stay for more than just a day. And I just can't help believing. And I just can't help believing. A great collaboration between the legendary singer B.J. Thomas and legendary songwriters Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil. So that's it for another edition of Three Songs Thursday series. Thanks so much for hanging out. My name is Patrick Cooper. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.